Check this out.
Okay.
I look good.
Okay. On the street, and I got my swag on.
Welcome to the Daniola Show, where we don't judge, we love, we appreciate, we educate, we elevate, and we motivate. We are back with season 2 with a banger. I got my boy Moyo the Don here.
Yes, sir.
From T-Mobile for Business here
Yes,
with
sir.
us. How you
Yes,
doing
sir.
today, man?
I'm doing well, my brother. How are
Good
you?
to see you. Good to see you, man.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So man, tell us, how was 2025 treating you so far, and like, what have you learned about yourself?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, man, thank you for having me on the
Already.
Daniola Show.
Already.
As far as how, 2025 has treated me, 2025 has been amazing.
Okay.
Right. It's definitely let me open my eyes to new business ventures. Right. It's allowed me to kind of step out of my comfort zone a little bit and kind of explore. Right. So far, 2025, we halfway through. That's what it's allowed me to do.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Man.
So, anytime I hear about T-Mobile, I'm thinking
Yeah.
about just cell phone services. You know what I'm saying? So, like, can you tell us what your role is at T-Mobile and what your day-to-day looks like?
Absolutely. Amazing question. So my role is I am a business consultant / business account executive for T-Mobile for Business.
Okay.
When it comes to my day-to-day activities, it includes meeting with business owners to get to know their business a little bit, right? Because at the end of the day, whether you have a small corporation or you have a large corporation, everybody's in business to make money, right? Everybody's in business to streamline operations, right? So that's where I come in to where, hey, how can I add value based on the technology and the wireless services and the solutions that we offer at T-Mobile to be an asset to the company, right? So day to day, meeting with business owners, cold calling, right? Prospecting as well, and a lot of networking, right? Networking is a huge, huge part of my business when it comes to meeting new people, referrals, things of that nature. That's what a day to day in my shoes kind of looks like.
Okay, dang,
Yeah.
man. That sounds like a lot. Like, it sounds like you just doing a whole bunch of everything, man. But
Absolutely.
It just shows that you're able to multitask, and it just shows that you're able to manage your time wisely and like structure it out well.
Absolutely.
To, in order to make sure that your time is being used at a reasonable type of speed and everything.
Absolutely, brother.
How did you get into the telecom industry, and what led you to work on the business side for T-Mobile?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. So, how I got into the telecom industry, I walked into a T-Mobile store.
Okay.
Right. I was about to graduate college from U of H. Walked into the store to pay my bill. Right, and they kind of started asking me questions about what I do, and they asked me if I was interested in working for the company. Right. So. They interviewed me the next day. It was at on Main Street by NRG, and they liked me, and I got hired on. So once I started, I just kind of took off with it, man. Growing up, like selling has always been a passion for me. Right, when I was when I was going to Hodges Bend, I was buying candy in bulk from Sam's Club. You know what I'm saying? And just flipping them at school, right? Even when I lived in Nigeria, like I was buying, sodas in bulk and just selling them at school. So sales has always been a passion for me, right? And then when you kind of mix that with the telecom industry, I just kind of took that and took off with it. So
Nah, that's great. And you hear that a lot when it comes to a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners or people who are just doing things in terms of sales. It's like they started somewhere and now or they started when they were younger and then they just grew up to just take off somewhere else.
Absolutely. And just to follow up on that, it's crazy how God always leads you back to your passion, right? Because I left T-Mobile for a little bit and I went to go work at the bank.
Okay.
I was an assistant manager at IBC and I hated it.
You said
I hated it, man. I hated it. I went back to T-Mobile to go pay my bill randomly. The manager there, she was like, man, your awards are all in the back. Your face is all in the back. Like, you used to work here, right? I'm like, yeah. She's like, come back, come back. 2 months later, I was back at T-Mobile.
That's crazy.
So,
boy.
yeah, it is, man. It really is.
Yeah. So, what type of clients or partners do you work with?
Man, we work with a lot of different partners and clients, right? We work with Microsoft. We work with Geotab, with asset tracking. We work with So many different types of partners. We work with, partners who make security cameras, right? We work with a million different partners. And what we supply is obviously the network, right? Whether it's through like a data SIM or like a phone cellular SIM. And a lot of times they're supplying the equipment, right? You can purchase Microsoft Office licenses directly through T-Mobile for Business, right? And a lot of people don't know that, right? So, my job is to educate business owners. That's my biggest thing. I'm a consultant, right? As much as yes, at the end of the day, a sale might come from the conversation, but I don't try to sell anybody anything, right? I'm here to be a consultant, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm here to be a consultant, get to know your business a little bit more, and see how I can help you elevate. That's ultimately what it comes down to. So,
Man, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So to piggyback, you know what I'm saying, back with the, you said the sales and, back when you was younger, you used
Yep.
to, buy and sell in bulk and all that. So,
Yeah.
are you into any type of side hustles or businesses on your own?
Yeah. So great question, Dan. Yeah. So, I do sell cars, right? I buy and resell cars in the auction. Yeah, absolutely. Me and you have done some deals in the past, right? And I know you kind of took a break to venture into other businesses, right? So yeah, I do buy and sell cars, right, from the auction. Obviously buy them, fix them, and then try to flip them. Right. This year it's been a roller coaster with just the economy, man.
Yeah.
So that part of the business hasn't been too profitable.
Okay.
But we live in Houston, man. This is a place where you need a car to get around.
Facts.
This ain't New York. This ain't none of them
Facts.
places where you can ride the subway, right? So eventually that's going to be something that's going to be ongoing, right? It's just about making sure that you are withstanding the storm. You're weathering the storm. So yeah, if you need cars, cash car. I know school's coming back up. I do special accommodations, special orders if somebody needs that. But yeah, that's one thing that I do on the side as well.
And I could say this is the guru when it comes to buying and selling cars. He put me through. I told y'all the story. This is the guy. This is the guy when he said, "Hey, let's use that stimulus check to invest in something instead of popping bonus." Look, I wanted to pop bonus. But God had other plans, and I'm glad that you really put me through that. Man,
Absolutely, brother.
It was an eye opener, man. I'm telling y'all, take that risk.
Yeah.
Jump. Take
Yeah.
that leap of faith. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's all the way worth it.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
What are some core services T-Mobile offers for small businesses and enterprise clients?
Absolutely. That's an amazing question. So when it comes to the business sector, you have the small business sector, which is where I work in. You have enterprise, which is for larger corporations. And then you have strategic, which is for like big, like Shell, Chevron gas stations, right? So as far as at my level, some of the services that we offer, obviously wireless technology, right? Phones and tablets and things of that nature. When it comes to different verticals, which means different type of businesses, the products and solutions are going to be different, right? So for instance, I had a trucking company that I was working with, right? One of the biggest things that they kind of were coming across is their GPS tracking devices weren't consistent. So a lot of times they're trying to track their drivers and they don't know where they're at. Right. So if you have a load that your driver needed to pick up and they didn't get picked up, or they're giving you some type of story, some type of excuse, right? You can't really challenge that if you don't know where the truck is at, right?
Right.
So one of the biggest things we offer is asset tracking. So Geotab is a company that we partner with. They offer asset tracking where you're able to view your trucks real time, where they're at, and you're able to monitor your employees, right? And paired with that, they offer dash cameras, right? So that's to monitor employee driving. right? To make sure that the drivers are not driving recklessly, things of that nature,
Facts.
right? Yeah, and that's very important, man. Because if you're a company and you're spending, these trucks are expensive. If you're spending $150,000, $200,000 on a truck, right? You want to make sure whoever is driving it is taking care of it, right? So where we come into play is we're able to offer the services and products to be able to, help you manage your business, monitor your drivers, and things of that nature. So those are just one of the things that we, that we offer. Outside of that, we offer, different. Like currently, I'm working with a company who he has softwares that he uses to. He uses a lot of AI inbuilt in them. And for instance, he can have a gas station and his software lets all the devices talk to each other.
Oh,
So
wow.
the pump, the POS machine, the cameras, everything that's, that's an electronic in that gas station or operates through a POS system, his software allows them to talk to each other.
Wow.
Yeah, so now like he's trying to expand into like a bunch of other gas stations. He just hired a bunch of employees. So he's preparing for like growth right now. Right. So and then that's amazing, right? That's, an opportunity where we can be a partner to him to help him grow his business. Right. And we also have different people on the team that we work with, such as solution engineers. Right. They know all the, all the details of like the network when it comes to how fast the speeds are, things of that nature and what they need. We have those people on our team that we bring into our meetings. So the client is like, hey, look, like, y'all know what y'all talking about. So yeah, man, we have over 6,000 business solutions. Right. And then a lot of times people don't understand like what we offer sometimes. Like, we offer solutions for landline phones.
Okay.
I'm working with a daycare right now. He has 3 different locations, right? He has some landline phones, he has some fax machines, and obviously he has like tablets that he needs for his students, right?
Yes.
So those are things that we're able to offer him, right? And we have solutions for all those things. So we tailor our solutions to the need of the business and just try to help them operate well and be profitable. That's ultimately what we do. Absolutely.
Wow,
Yeah.
man. Y'all, like I said, shoot, I thought T-Mobile was just, cell phones and that's it.
And to your
tablets.
point, Dan, that's a great point because that's what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
And up until I ventured to the business side, right? Because obviously I started as a sales rep, then became a manager, right? And then became a manager of multiple stores, right? And then from there moved to the business side. So until I moved to the business side, that's what I thought too. I was like, T-Mobile, phones and tablets. Phones and tablets, that's it. Nah, I got to the business side and it was like we actually deal with big clients, right? Like, I know you've been hearing a little bit about Starlink, but we have a partnership with them, and we're getting to the point where once it's fully launched, like our customers are going to be able to have service anywhere they go.
Wow.
If they're in the middle of the nowhere, if they're in the air, things of that nature, they're able to use their internet and communicate with their people. I don't know if you saw. I show Speed, right? You know Speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Speed, yeah.
He just had a video out where he was using Starlink to stream on the airplane.
Wow.
Like, I don't know if people saw that, but yeah, that was through Starlink. So it's amazing the direction that, just the wireless industry is going, right? And the things that you're going to be able to do. So T-Mobile is going to be forefront of that to make sure we're part of that for sure. Yeah.
T-Mobile doing their thing. Hold on.
No, absolutely, brother.
Hey,
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
am a T-Mobile customer. And I've been a T-Mobile customer. You know what I'm saying? For some odd years. So,
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
A loyal one, too.
You feel me? T-Mobile, y'all see this, man. Look out for your boy.
Always. I'm going to take care of you.
Pub. I'm a big dog, like living. And I'm smoking for the hell of it. Gas bait max, home service. All you motherfuckers snakes, what I'm even just saying. I'm a big
So, what are the biggest lessons you've learned working in corporate telecom?
Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. You have to go through a phase of being uncomfortable for you to get comfortable and into a, kind of a life-changing position that, not only are you seeing the success that you didn't imagine, but you're also seeing the type of income that, like, man, like, I wasn't making this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm like, man, when I was a store manager, I wasn't making this. Like, this is a
Yeah.
different type of, income. And this, which once you start getting to that level, there's a different type of way that you carry yourself, and you start rubbing shoulders with like millionaires, right? With people who own big
Jesus, man.
businesses, right? You start playing golf with them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then from there, you do good business with them. Now they refer you to their business friends, right? Because businesses do business with businesses,
Yeah.
right? That's why it's called B2B, business to business. So that's kind of the point where I'm gradually getting myself to, right? But yeah, man. But I had to be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I had to get into a space where it was like I was doing things I wasn't used to doing. But one thing about me is like once I kind of put my mind to something and I'm determined to get it done, like I'm gonna get it done.
Facts.
So that's kind of to answer your question in a nutshell. That's what it is, man.
And I definitely agree with that. Getting out of your comfort zone and just really just exploring new things, man.
Yeah.
Because you just never know what's out there until you try it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely, brother.
With the
Absolutely.
whole auction car thing, there was a little bit of fear. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? When we got that Honda Accord, that 2-door, I was like, yo,
Yeah.
boy, you sure? and you was confident. And I'm looking like, what does he see that I'm not seeing?
Facts.
I said, God, is this something I'm missing? But then when the dad and his daughter came and
Yeah.
she was going off to school,
Yeah.
and she liked it, he liked it, they pulled
Absolutely.
the cash out. I said, yo,
Yeah.
what did I miss?
Absolutely, brother.
So
Absolutely.
it's just I feel like fear stops a lot of people from doing what they need to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My advice to anybody who's ever scared to do something or you don't know how it's gonna pan out, just go do it, man. The worst thing that can happen is you fail, and if you fail, you get up and you try again. You know what I'm saying? If you fail, you reach out to somebody who's successful in that department
Yeah.
and has shown a record of success, and you ask for advice, right? I'm never I'm never prideful enough to ask for advice, man.
go.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I see you killing it in this, whether it's stocks, whether you got an e-commerce business, whatever you got going on.
Yeah.
What's up? Like, what are you doing to be so successful? I have no pride in asking those questions, and I'm also always open to sharing my best practices with whatever I'm successful at too. So,
Shoot, you kind of just jumped into what my next question was. What advice would you give someone who wants to work in business development at like a major company?
yeah, absolutely, man. Just obviously kind of reach out to anybody who that's in the industry, right? Take best practices. Don't be afraid to start from the bottom and work your way up, right? Because on the way to success, you're gonna learn so many things.
Yeah.
That's gonna help you be successful. I've been with T-Mobile for what, 10 years? And I've only been with the business department for probably like 6 to 8 months. But just in that time span, I've utilized so many things that I learned over the years to be successful in that role. So don't cheat the journey. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Right? They say don't cheat the journey because the journey is gonna help you once you get to that mountaintop. So that's my advice, man.
Okay.
That's my advice.
What's one misconception people have about working for a major telecom company?
One misconception, man. I guess we kind of touched on it earlier that man they only sell phones.
Yeah. There you go.
That's it. And then even now, like you'll hear people like when I'm talking to some business owners, first thing I ask them is, hey, so when you think about T-Mobile, what do you think? Oh, the network is this, the network is that, da 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 da. All right. When's the last time you've tested our network? Oh, it's been 8 years ago. All right. Do you know that within the past 4 to 5 years, T-Mobile's invested like a bunch of billions into our network?
Yeah.
Right? Do you know that T-Mobile has the largest and fastest 5G coverage out of all the carriers now? And then they'll be like, all right, let's look at it. And we pull it up and they're like, oh, you were right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of misconceptions, not only in the telecom industry, but with T-Mobile as well. And honestly, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So once you really start getting into the gist of it and start seeing the different avenues that things can be handled, then you're really like, okay, now I see what's up. So yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, man. That is wonderful. For real.
Absolutely.
All right,
brother.
so one more question before we go, man.
Yes, sir.
What's the most exciting part of your job?
Meeting new people.
Okay.
meeting new people and networking, right? Which is crazy because, and you know, some people who know me may be like, oh no, that's not true. Some people, but naturally, I'm an introvert. Naturally, and I know you.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that at all.
Yeah, I know you raising your eyebrows because you know me. We go way back. Naturally, I'm an introvert, but with my career, I have learned to be an extrovert.
Okay.
Because you can't be quiet in sales. You can't be quiet in networking.
Facts.
Like you're literally getting paid to talk to people and get to know them and get to know about their business needs and things of that nature. So I feel like over the years with my tenure in my role, it's transformed me to be able to become an extrovert, right? But naturally growing up, like I was an introvert, right? So being able to transform, myself to an extrovert and know how to turn the switch on and off too, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm at home, with the fam, I'm probably a little bit more chill. But then if I'm out, with the homies and things of that nature, I can switch it up. Same thing with the work, with the job as well. So, yeah, man, that's
Say, y'all,
just in a nutshell, brother.
this is a man of many talents and many hats, man. Yet again, this is here, Moyo the Don on
Yes,
the Danny
sir.
Show,
Yes,
where
sir.
we don't judge, we love,
Absolutely.
we appreciate,
Absolutely.
we educate, we elevate, and we motivate.
Yes, sir.
And we are out.